Exodus chapter 37, verses 1 to 29. I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible. Verse 1. Bezalel made the ark of acacia wood. It was 2.5 cubits long, a cubit and a half wide, and a cubit and a half high. Verse 2. He overlaid it with pure gold inside and outside and made a molding of gold around it. Verse 3. He cast for it 4 rings of gold for its 4 feet, 2 rings on its one side and 2 rings on its other side. Verse 4. He made poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. Verse 5. And put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark to carry the ark. Verse 6. He made a mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half was its length, and a cubit and a half its width. Verse 7. He made 2 cherubim of hammered gold at the 2 ends of the mercy seat. He made them. Verse 8. 1 cherub at the one end and 1 cherub at the other end of one piece with a mercy seat. He made the cherubim at its 2 ends. Verse 9. The cherubim spread out their wings above, overshadowing the mercy seat with their wings. They faced one another, and faces of the cherubim were turned towards the mercy seat. Verse 10. He also made the table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, 1 cubit wide, and a cubit and a half high. Verse 11. He overlaid it with pure gold and made a molding of gold around it. Verse 12. He made around it a rim, a handbreadth wide, and made a molding of gold around the rim. Verse 13. He cast for it 4 rings of gold and fastened the rings to the 4 corners at its 4 legs. Verse 4. The rings that held the poles used for carrying the table were close to the rim. Verse 15. He made the poles of acacia wood to carry the table and overlaid them with gold. Verse 16. And he made the vessels of pure gold that were to be on the table, its plates and the dishes for incense, and its bowls and flagons with which to pour drink offerings. Verse 17. He also made the lampstand of pure gold. The base and the shaft of the lampstand were made of hammered work. Its cups, its calyxes, and its petals were of one piece with it. Verse 18. There were 6 branches going out of its side, 3 branches of the lampstand out of one side of it, and 3 branches of the lampstand out of the other side of it. Verse 19. 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with calyx and petals on the one branch, and 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with calyx and petals on the other branch. So for the 6 branches going out of the lampstand. Verse 20. On the lampstand itself there were 4 cups shaped like almond blossom, each with its calyxes and petals. Verse 21. There was a calyx of one piece with it under the first pair of branches, calyx of one piece with it under the next pair of branches, and a calyx of one piece with it under the last pair of branches. Verse 22. Their calyxes and their branches were at one piece with it, and the whole of it 1 hammered piece of pure gold. Verse 23. He made it 7 lamps, and its snuffers and its trays of pure gold. Verse 24. He made it and all its utensils of a talent of pure gold. Verse 25. He made the altar of incense of acacia wood, 1 cubit long and 1 cubit wide. It was square and was 2 cubits high. Its horns were of one piece with it. Verse 26. He overlaid it with pure gold, its top and its sides all around, and its horns, and he made for it a molding of gold all around. Verse 27. And made 2 golden rings for it under its molding on 2 opposite sides of it to hold the poles with which to carry it. Verse 28. And he made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. Verse 29. He made the holy anointing oil also, and the pure fragrant incense blended as by the perfumer. Exodus chapter 37, verses 1 to 29. I am reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the